Aquarius. Aquarius. Hi. Hi. I'm really excited to talk to you guys, as always. Where do I even start? Okay, here's the thing. I don't know why this is so strong for you guys this year. I swear it has nothing to do with my own personal experience of you guys. But the note that I have for you in October is the romance is back. I don't know. I mean, it's funny because October, well, here's the thing. I'm giving everybody a nice big warning about October. October's intense. It's like Scorpio season is starting early. Even though we're in Libra for most of the month, which is your 9th house of your world vision and your big expansive mindset, lots of really good things coming out there. The thing is that Scorpio is kind of ruling the show because Jupiter is moving from your 9th house in Libra to your 10th house in Scorpio on the 10th/11th, around there. Jupiter's making this big move and it's going to spend a year in Scorpio. Now, this affects everybody in the sense that Scorpio is the sign of death and transformation, truth-seeking, and just kind of unearthing things. It's a really intense energy, and it can really uncover and delve into things that have been hidden for a while or need to be addressed. Jupiter is this big expansive planet that is like, it wants to just expand whatever energy it's in. So it's spending a year in Scorpio. It's spending a year in the sign of death and transformation. So what needs to be changed? What needs to be unearthed? What truths need to be opened up and looked at? And it's kind of a tender, intense energy. And for everybody, we're all going to be feeling it. Now, Aquarians, yeah, this is your 10th house energy, depending on what your rising sign is. But we're just going to go with the house placements here. This is your 10th house of what you're doing in the world. And I think a lot of you are, one of the things that's been kind of going on all year for Aquarians has been a shift in just trying to place the puzzle pieces in such a way that makes sense. You've gone through a big transformation. There's been burnout, there's been questioning, there's been asking to trust a little bit more in the process and to relax and to all this stuff. But a lot of that process has been because you guys are heading into a new phase in life. You're heading into the next 10-year cycle, basically. And I think a lot of this month with that spotlight on the 10th house for you, this Jupiter going into your 10th house, is that you're like, okay, now I really have to look at what I'm creating, what I'm doing, where I want the next 10 years to go. And it's funny that that note that I have about the romance coming back is coming back again. I'm not sure why it's coming up so strong, but it is. And I think that's a lot of it too, is just you reassessing what's serving you as far as romance, what's serving you as far as partnership, relationship. How is it serving you in your bigger picture when it comes to what you're doing in the world, what you're creating in the world, what work you're doing, what is your collective around you, not just the one-on-one person, right? And so how do we calibrate all these different parts? How do we create a whole that we can move forward with? And I think October is going to be triggering a lot of these questions for you. And as we've been going through this year, like I said, you guys have had a lot of ups and downs and experiences and been uncomfortable with different aspects of things, overworking, underworking, not trusting a relationship, pushing people away or overthinking things, right? There's been a whole process going on with you guys because you've been really working hard at developing the next cycle of your life. This year has been asking you to do that. And, partially it's that, this North Node in Leo, your opposite sign, is asking you to balance some things out. You're the South Node right now. Your energy, the Aquarian energy, is the South Node, and the North Node is this oppositional sign. It's causing you to do a recalibration with your scales. And not only that, but now we have this spotlight on your 10th house. So how do we reconcile all these things? The love you have, the work you're doing, the collectives you're around, the world travel you want to be doing, because once again, too, we're in that 9th house energy of Libra. The sun is in Libra, your 9th house. What's your long range vision? How are you envisioning yourself going forward? There's kind of this earthquakey feeling I feel with you guys, where you are going to feel the earth shifting underneath your feet a little bit. And it's going to make you a little bit nervous about what's coming up. And you might even feel a little bit scared of losing things, losing track of things, not prioritizing correctly. And here's why I'm going to say that, because the first 3 cards actually really suggest this to me. I just turned these over. Oh, I've dropped it. Dang it, you guys. I swear I always drop a card in the Aquarian video. The first 3 cards. 3 of Wands, 8 of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. So here it is exactly, you guys. This is so funny. I love you guys so much. Truly, 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 so much respect. Love you guys. So, 3 of Wands. Okay, let's just start here, though, because I don't even want to get the 8 of Swords involved in this conversation yet. 3 of Wands. Your ships are coming in. Your ships are coming in. They've been coming in for a while. When you are able to relax and when you're able to trust and just and get out of your head and get a little just more in the perceptual, like, look around you. How are things going? How are, like, the things that have been really the things that have been showing up? Here's what I'm going to say. So these ships are showing up in the background of this this merchant's standing there, and his ships are coming back in from the sea. Think about, here's a great, like, way to start off the month and just keep this momentum going. Think about the things that have been showing up in your life, whether it's specific relationships with supportive people or lovers or family members or even a work scenario. What has been showing up for you that has been really working for you? Because I guarantee you that stuff is going to continue to show up and be fantastic. And here's the thing, prioritize those things. Make sure that you keep those things close around you. If you have a work routine that makes you feel good and that is serving you well, keep that close. If you have a couple friends who understand you a little bit better and that you can just pick up the phone call and it's easy and you can just express yourself, keep those people close. If you have a person that you love, that you've been letting a little bit closer and they have been nothing but supportive, keep them close. Because for some reason you guys are mistrusting this whole thing. You're nervous about how you're going to fit the pieces of your life together moving forward. You have a lot of projects, a lot of ideas of how you want to shift things around, and there is a bit of a competition for your time and energy going on here, where you're trying to figure out what ships do you want coming in. And it's making you feel maybe a little bit blind, a little bit stuck, a little bit overwhelmed, maybe even that you can't handle it and that you have to step away and that you have to go and hide. Just breathe through this energy. Breathe through it. Because in reality, the things that are working for you, you already know what they are. You already know what you're needing to put first and what needs to kind of be put maybe second or third or fourth on the list. And you need to allow those things to slide down the scale, and it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to do everything perfectly all the time. And so maybe, a little bit of that fogginess might be very helpful for you, because it might help you to sit and just get to the truth of what you're doing that's working for you and what's not. Because here's the thing, you guys, and it's so funny. I mean, I did have the note about the love, and I'm not trying to cause drama with you guys, but the Ace of Cups and then the Lovers came out. And then right after that, the Seven of Pentacles. So actually this is really interesting because this is all, once again, associating for me, getting your life and your priorities calibrated so that it's serving you well. The Ace of Cups and the Lovers kind of speaks for itself. I mean, this is a renewal of love. This is an opening, something opening, a profession of love. This can be a profession of love. This can be a conversation that opens up a tenderer part of yourself. This is something, and not only that, but this is a beginning or a freshness or an opening about something that makes you feel whole and happy. And you guys feel the world very deeply. I know that you guys are very good at analyzing and you're very good at pushing forward and kind of looking at a situation and doing all of that. But I know also that you guys feel the world. Like you feel it all. Part of the reason that you rely on your rational mind to push forward into the world is because you see very clearly. And if you see very clearly the way that you guys can, I guarantee you, seeing the way that you do with your laser vision makes you feel things about the world and how it's working and how it's running and how it affects you in a way that is extremely poignant. And so Aquarians are misunderstood all the time, and I think one of the things is that they don't feel very, very deeply what everything that's going on. They do. You guys are just using your rational minds to try and work through it. But you need this warmth of feeling. And this is where I was talking about. Keep the things and people close to you that give you the Ace of Cups feeling of being warm and vibrant, and that your heart is open, that your heart chakra is open, that you can relax, that you can be who you are, that you don't have to hide in the rational mind necessarily in order to feel safe, right? We want that for you. And the Lover's card, once again, I mean, so many of you, I think, you've been involved with somebody, or you've cared for somebody, or somebody's close to you that you feel this deep twin flame connection with, and there's a part of you that's just ready to bring them closer, honestly, to bring them closer and to open this up. And I do think it makes you nervous, and I do think there's a resistance there going on for you guys because it's scary. It's a different aspect of yourselves. It requires you, like I said, that Jupiter going into your 10th house of what you're doing in the world. It requires you to think about how are you going to place that kind of care and partnership in the context of what you're doing as your own person, in the context of your social group, in the context of what you're bringing to the world. How are you going to fit all these pieces together? That's the question. And it's funny because the next two cards, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, that's speaking to this, okay? Because the thing with sevens is they're always a bit of like a conflicting energy because they're about spiritual expansion. They're about you breaking through to the next level. Sevens are very spiritual numbers, and they tend to come with a bit of friction, a bit of discomfort, a bit of feeling ill at ease. And these are very interesting because on the one hand, with this Seven of Pentacles, this is the card that came out first. I should talk about this first. Seven of Pentacles, this is looking at everything you've been doing, everything you've been working on, everything that's been coming up for you, and really assessing what do you want to keep working on and what do you want to let go. And that's what I keep coming back to for you guys. And with this Jupiter energy shift, I think with 9th and 10th house energies like you guys are having, you are looking at what is worth working on. And this is where I'm saying it might feel a little bit like there are earthquakes under your feet. And it might feel really destabilizing and a little freaky. That's why I'm saying keep people close to you that have your back and that really get you. And I also say that because the Seven of Wands, so here's you having the higher ground and people kind of coming at you. People coming at you. And it has to do with the work you're doing in the world. So you don't want to live life with people down here with their sticks, their wands of fire trying to lash out at you because of what you're doing. You don't want to live that. And I feel like there are places of friction in your life, in what you're doing, in your routine, and whatever's coming up for you that doesn't feel good because you do feel that you are this guy holding the higher ground. You've done all this work. You've put the groundwork in, and people are coming at you for it. They're coming at you for it, and you do kind of feel like there are only a few people you can trust in this life. And so both of these cards for me, this is twofold. Look at what work is serving you. Like what are you working on that is really serving you? Stick to that. 2, who around you is really in your corner, and stick to that. Because these are clarifying energies. These are cleansing energies. These are energies that are asking you to take a very hard and firm look at that. And to take with you out of this month the things that really light you up. Simplify. Simplify. You need this right now. You need the simplification. You need the calibration. You need this time to center. And it's going to be very clear. I mean, that's what I'm saying about this month, you guys. It is intense. And there is, I'm looking at your themes, and there is this intense kind of trial by fire kind of energy where it's like you have to walk across those coals, and whatever is left on the other side is what's right for you. And I know we talked about that last month with only the truth prevails, and like only the things that serve you are going to stick around. That's kind of continuing this month, but in a more intensive, externalized way where there might be conversations or conflicts that are causing you to actually shift pieces. The last 3 cards are really intense, and they speak to your spiritual journey and also to your truth-bringing journey. We have the High Priestess, the Queen of Swords, and the Magician. Now that is really, really intense, you guys. The High Priestess is knowing at the deepest level. I mean, this energy is the one where, you sit. If you just sit quietly without thinking thoughts, and you can feel in all the cells in your body what feels good and what doesn't. It's like almost like if somebody was doing a slideshow and they showed you pictures of like scenarios or people in your life, what would be your initial reaction to each one of those images, right? It's like the ones that felt good and you felt warm when you saw them, those you knew you'd want to keep around. The ones that made you feel a little bit tense or stressed, you'd want to let go of. This is the knowing. You already know what you want to prioritize. So trust in your knowing. Trust in that, because you're going to be getting a lot of psychic downloads. You might even be getting a lot of dreams that are showing you the way. Listen to them. Keep a dream journal. Turn off your analytical mind a little bit and start feeling through your way through, because you're getting the truth. This Queen of Swords is the truth. So whatever those 7s that I was talking about, the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands, these points of conflict in your life, whatever those are, you're getting to some kind of truth at the end of it. By the end of this month, you're going to be coming to conclusions. The Queen of Swords is all about coming to conclusions, making choices, cutting things out that no longer serve, pushing forward into new territory, and not wasting time. And it is a harsh energy, but it's also the energy of freedom, because you don't let things hold you anymore. And I think a lot of you, it is a clarifying month, and it's going to embolden you moving forward, which is a fantastic thing. Because you have a lot coming up. You have a lot of work to do coming up. You have a lot of emotional things coming up. You have a lot boiling up to the surface. Moving forward, the end of this year is going to be really intense. And then we have the Magician, and I love this as the last card, because in my mind, I feel like Aquarians are the Magician. A Magician is associated with Uranus, your ruling planet. He comes up relatively frequently in your readings, I feel like, but I love this card because this is, okay, here you guys. I'm going to have like a little mini pep talk with you guys, one-on-one. Here we go. Don't ever forget that you are the Magician this month. People might come at you. Hard conversations might be had. You might realize you only have a couple people that you can really trust for the moment. You might realize you've overworked yourself, or a situation isn't serving you anymore, and that can be really destabilizing and a little bit alarming. But at the end of the day, you're always the Magician. You're always that force to be reckoned with. You have a path. You have a mission. You have something you are giving to the world. You are a destabilizer. You are the destabilizer. The rest of the world isn't a stabilizer. You are, because you are here to give us lessons, to give us insight, to give us a fresh perspective, to shake things up. And what comes with that territory is a bit of this challenge, right? But if you remember that you are the Magician and that you can manifest what you want and that you have the tools, you have all the tools, you'll find that you can just take steps towards the things that feel warm and beautiful, that warm hearth. You can just have the love. You can have these ships coming in. You can have all of this, you guys. It's there. I mean, it's just there. That's not even a process, honestly. And I would seriously suggest, if you can remember that you are the Magician and that you are the person, the ringmaster, that you can afford to open your heart up, that you can afford to be very present with the people that you love, that you can afford to show your vulnerability to those people, and that you are highly valued by those people. It doesn't matter if there are other people around trying to kick at you and make you question the work that you're doing in the world. It doesn't matter. Those people don't know what you're doing. They don't get the Magician. And those people are helping you to refine your vision. Now, I'm using Tarot of the New Vision, Tarot of the New Vision as a final fun little thing. We're doing a final card for everybody, and it's the classic Rider-Waite deck, but with the opposite view. And I'm actually borrowing this from an Aquarian in my life, this deck, and we have the moon, and that's so perfect. So the classic card, you're following this waterway that's going off into like fields and hills past this castle. Now this opposite look is looking onto the water, looking into the moon is water. It is about change. It is about emotion. It is about the shadow side. And this guy is standing there in the waters. So this is a little bit of your challenge this month. As you think through what you're bringing to the world, where you want to take your adventure next, what you are doing and building in the world, be sure to remember that the emotional ties you bring along with you as far as what you do in the world and who you are in the world and what work you're doing in the world, the people you bring along with you, the people that get into this soft spot, this deeply, deeply intimate side of yourself, the moon side of yourself, those people can help your journey. They can aid it in a way that nothing else can. And that it's really worthwhile to think about who and what you want on your journey with you as you work through your mission and your calling in life this month. Because I think you guys like to think you can do it. You can do it on your own and, with your collective, with your social group and everything. But you need those people that are really in your corner. The people that have seen underneath the curtain of the magician and have seen that underneath he has all this entire landscape. Those people are gold. They're worth more than anything. You'll get so much more done, and you'll be so much more successful if you take them along with you. I love you guys. I'm really excited for October. I think, yes, it is an earthquake month. Yes, it is an overwhelming month. Yes, there is a lot going to be working through you physically and emotionally and mentally. But it's all bringing you to such a deeper, more expansive place. And I really think by the end of October, what I'm picking up for you guys is you are going to be in some very rich, beautiful territory that you have secretly been craving for a long time. And I think that's beautiful. I am going to leave my website and my email in the description box. Please check it out. I would love to work with you. I do Skype readings, video readings, phone readings. We can figure it out. Check out those things. I'm also asking you guys a couple questions about what you would like to see if I started a subscription service for some extras and some new videos and some things that we could get more in depth with. What would you like to see? Please leave that in the comments below, but I will also outline what I'm kind of asking about in the description box so you can kind of get an idea for that. I'm sending you guys all the best until we talk in November. Sending you all my love. Truly, you guys, you know how I feel about you. It's just there. I will talk to you soon. Bye.